Welcome back to yoga. It's good to be with you all again. Today we're going to, because I'm really still excited about the breath book that I told you about, we're going to be focusing on breath like we always do, and stretching the chest, strengthening the back so we can actually get a deeper breath, and works for your posture. So you can start seated or lying down. And so come to the comfortable place for you. Oh, also, sorry, you need 2 blocks. So you can pause and go get 2 blocks if you have them, or 2 books of kind of equal size. We're going to do 3 poses that require that block, the blocks. My granddaughter is in the audience today. She's my live audience. You can't see her, but I can. And I didn't have 2 blocks for her, so she's going to put a rolled mat under her shoulders for the last pose, and something a little higher for under her head. So anyway, so modify any way that works for you. Okay, so come to your seat or supine and close your eyes. And begin to bring your awareness inside, being aware of your surroundings and external things, but bringing your awareness into your own body. Just noticing how you feel today on physical levels, any sensations, sensitive spots, any emotions that might keep coming back or that have been with you recently, and any thoughts from into the past, into the future. Just notice what's going on inside, because all those things will affect your practice, so it's good to be aware. And then bring your attention to your breath, just how it is. Notice the qualities of your breath, the pace, the rhythm, the evenness or unevenness, the depth. And we're going to start with a pranayama of complete breath, belly breaths. So just relax before we start. Just continue to breathe normally, but relax your body as much as possible in your posture. Especially relax around your scalp, your forehead. Relax your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw. So just let your teeth be slightly apart. Tongue perhaps resting against the soft palate. Relax your neck, your shoulders. And then begin to take belly breaths. Sometimes it's called a 3-part breath. So you're going to especially make sure your abdomen below your navel is relaxed and soft. And inhale deeply so that your belly rises, bringing air into the bottom of your lungs. And then as you continue to inhale through your nose, make sure you're doing through your nose. The lungs fill, your middle torso expands, rib cage expands, all the way up to your collarbones. Not forcing, just slowly letting the breath come in. And then when you reach the end of your inhale, exhale through your nose, letting the exhale be perhaps a little longer than the inhale. So slow, slow, slow. continue like that. You can count your breath if you want to measure the length of your inhale and exhale, or just sense that they are slow and deep. Exhale perhaps a little longer than the inhale. Keep your awareness on your breath, focusing on your breath. Counting can help you focus, or just being aware of the sensations, how your body moves as you inhale, how it expands up and out. Rib cage to the side, not just out to the front. And if you're not lying on your back, the rib cage expands to the back as well. And then on the exhale, everything softens back toward the center. So you not only want to bring as much prana, life force, oxygen into your lungs on the inhale as you can, you want to expel as much on the exhale as you can to make room in your lungs for another full deep inhale. So just for about another 30 seconds or so, I'll keep track. Continue with this slow, deep belly breathing. And just, it can help also to imagine that your diaphragm is descending on the inhale. That's what pressing against the organs in your abdomen. That's what makes your belly rise up. And then on the exhale, it comes back up to that space between your upper and lower chest cavity. So keeping your diaphragm supple and strong also assists in taking nice full breaths. It's an exercise for your diaphragm. And also the muscles in between your ribs, accessory muscles of breathing. The diaphragm is the primary muscle of breathing, but the intercostal muscles between your ribs also. You want your ribs to be able to move apart and back together. Okay, 2 more breaths. And then let go of the pranayama, the breath work, and just return to a breath that you can maintain during practice. Slow, deep, even breath. And take a moment to create an intention for your practice if you'd like to. And we're going to begin practice in a seated posture. So if you're not already seated, come to sitting. You can sit cross-legged or back on your heels. You can put, if that's not comfortable, you can put a block under your bottom to lift yourself up. So just find what's comfortable for you. And begin by lengthening up through the crown of your head. So seated mountain. Feel your foundation through the bottom part of your body and lift up through the crown of your head. Shoulders come down from your ears and long side waist. We'll just begin with some warming up of the spine. So gentle cat-cows. Inhale, use your hands against your knees to draw your chest forward. Gaze can go up. Exhale, press back, round your back into a seated cat. So a few more like that. Inhale, move with your breath, please. So slow movements, nothing forced. The inhale, the cow, lasts as long as your inhale, and then as your exhale begins, you start moving into spinal flexion in cat. So always appropriate to close your eyes during a pose. It helps you to just keep your awareness inside to your sensations that are happening inside. And the next time you come forward, return to a neutral posture, spine up. Bring your arms out to the side, fingertips touching the mat. And on an inhale, bring your left arm up over your head and lateral bend toward the right. And then the next inhale, right arm up, exhale to the left. So you're still moving to your breath here. Inhale brings you up, exhale, side bend. Start slow, and you might be able to go a little deeper each time. Perhaps your elbow will be able to bend, make the stretch a little deeper. Make sure your spine is straight and tall so you don't want to slump, especially in the low back. And the next time you come back to center, inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, bring your left hand to your right knee. Right hand comes behind, just a gentle twist to the right on the exhale. Inhale, back to center. Lift up, straighten up. Exhale, twist to the left. So in twisting, the inhale is always a lengthening up of the spine. The exhale, pull your belly in, create some space, and twist. Okay, so one more to each side. And then when you come back to center, change the cross of your legs if your legs are crossed. And then inhale, bring your arms up to goal post. So check to see that your elbows are even as you can get them with your shoulders, right angles here. And inhale here, exhale, bring your forearms together in front of your body, keeping your elbows up. Inhale, back to goal post. Exhale, bring your palms down and back. And we'll do that a few more times. Inhale, goal post. Exhale, elbows together in front. Inhale, goal post. Exhale, palms down. 2 more times. Still moving with your breath. Maintaining an upright posture, trying to keep your elbows up to shoulder height. Exhale, rounds the back. Inhale, opens the chest. Okay, then keep your arms at goal post and inhale, center. Exhale, bring your right arm under your left, so eagle arms. You can hold your shoulders or you can bind your palms together, whatever is, or just keep the backs of your hands together. So take a moment to bring the elbows up and the hands, your hands away from your face, and then forward bend a little bit, so kind of a cow with eagle arms. Then inhale up. Keep your hands up toward the ceiling, spinal extension. This is sort of like a cat-cow with eagle arms. So inhale up, arms toward the ceiling. Exhale, hands toward your forehead, back rounds. 2 more of those. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then undo your arms and just roll your shoulders back a few times, and we'll do the other side. So arms to goal pose, this time left arm under right. Take any bind that you want. And inhale, elbows up, fingers up. Exhale, elbows toward your chest. Cat pose. Let's do a couple more. And then unwind your arms and roll your shoulders out a few times. And inhale, bring your arms out shoulder height, palms face forward, right arm over the left, give yourself a hug. So as you're tap your shoulders, pat on each side, you can even massage a little bit around your shoulders. And then inhale, arms out. Exhale the other way. Give yourself a hug. Left arm on top. Pat, tap, massage. And then bring your arms down and come around to all fours. So, best way for you, set up a tabletop. So your wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under hips. Spread your fingers. Press down into your hands, lengthen your arms, press down into your tops of your feet, your shins. And we'll just begin with some knee to nose. So inhale, take your right leg back, point your toe and extend that hip, so lift that leg up. You can bring your gaze up a little bit. Exhale, knee to nose, spinal flexion. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen out, extend your spine, your hip. Exhale, flex. 1 more, moving. And then this time when you extend, hold the posture, do not hold your breath. Just take a couple deep breaths here. Core is engaged. Gaze can be down or slightly up. And then bring your right knee down. And we'll do the other side. So inhale, left leg out, toe is pointed. Reach that leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more. And then after the 3rd time, on the 4th time, hold the pose. Engage your core. Lengthen out through the left leg as you're lifting. Lengthen out through the crown of your head. Now take one of your, come back to all fours and just do a couple of circles with your hips around your knees. You can make it a barrel roll if you want to bring your elbows in. So do 3 circles going one way and then 3 circles going the other way. Hips around your knees. You can bend your elbows, make your circles suit what's good for you. And then come to stillness. Take your block, 1 block, and put it at the top of your mat. And, 2 blocks, I'm sorry, 2 blocks. So they're going to be side to side. And you're going to be on your knees. put one elbow on each block, so about shoulder width apart. Bring your palms together so your fingers are up toward the ceiling, and then bring your head down to the mat. So your hips are going to stay over your knees. Bring your head down to the mat between your arms. So this is a chest opener. Your head does not have to go all the way to the mat. Just bring your head down between your shoulders. Feel where you're feeling the stretch here. I'm just going to hold this for 5 to 10 breaths. Try to relax the shoulders as they're stretching. So exhale, relax. But you don't want your low back to sag, so continue to engage your core, navel toward the spine, supporting the low back. So the chest is moving down, not the lumbar spine. And then inhale, come back up and put the blocks aside, but we're going to come back to them. So keep them nearby. And move your hands, you're back in tabletop. Move your hands about one hand width in front. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. Strongly engage your core, and keeping your elbows next to your chest, slowly lower your chest down. Keep your hips high so your chest and chin come to the mat first, and then lengthen out into a prone position. Come into Sphinx pose. Forearms on the mat, shoulder width apart, and press your pubic bones into the mat. And energetically pull back on your hands so your chest moves through your arms, and you can look up a little bit if that works with your cervical spine, or you can just look down at the floor. Couple breaths here. Shoulder blades together on the back, chest open. Okay, now grab one of your blocks, put it in the center of your mat. You're going to put your right cheek on the block, right arm out to the side, palms face down, shoulder height. So your shoulder, your elbow, your wrists are in line. Come onto your right side. Your body is straight. Left leg on top of the right. So we're opening the right shoulder here. You can take your left hand as a balance in front of your body. You can take your left hand behind you to open the chest on the left also. So find a place to rest here. We're going to be here for like a minute. So bring your awareness to that front of the right shoulder. Modify any way. It should not be painful. You don't want to be painful. You just want to get the right amount of stretch that is good for you right now. Not anything extreme. Just a comfortable, feel-good stretch. And then come back to center, and we'll do the other side. So now left cheek comes to the block. I didn't tell you, but it's supposed to be the big flat side of the block, sorry. Left arm out shoulder height, palms down, come onto your left side. And just rest here for a minute. Make any little minor adjustments that make this a good pose for you. So having your head cheek on the block gives you a little space. It's a little less extreme than having your cheek on the mat. Bring your focus to your breath. Always check in there. Make sure it's still slow and deep, even as we're practicing. The inhale and exhale can be even. Each time you come to an exhale, see if you can find some release somewhere. And then come off of that side, come back, set the block aside, come back onto your front body, rest your forehead on your hands and bend your knees and do some windshield wipe on your belly. You can do windshield wipe, or you can make circles with your ankles over your knees. Just make sure you go both directions. And then bring your forehead back to the mat, and we're going to do locust pose with a one leg at a time, doing a salute. So bring your hands back to your sacrum so the palms face up. Forehead is on the mat. Zip your legs together. Bring your navel toward your spine. And on an inhale, you're going to lift your left leg off the mat, bring your right arm out like a salute in front of your forehead, and then exhale, return the arm, return the leg. Next inhale, right leg comes up, left hand goes around to a salute. So continue alternating sides. Inhale, opposite arm, opposite leg. If that's too much, you can do just the arms, because we're concentrating more on the back strength this time. But and you can modify anything that makes it good. Don't worry about coming up so high, just nice. And then come back to center and rest. And before we move on, we'll just do a traditional locust, or maybe it's more of a baby cobra. So bring your hands next to your shoulders. Legs are going to stay down. So press your lower body into the mat, and inhale, lift your upper body and your hands. Take a few breaths here. So you're using your back muscles to hold you up a little bit. Don't worry about too high. And then come back down, forehead on your hands, rest again, and bend your knees, windshield wipe your legs, or circle. And then use your hands to come back up to tabletop. Move your hands forward about one hand length. Tuck your toes and come up into downward facing dog. So first down dog of the day, might be our last. Pedal your feet if you feel like some movement here. Maybe take a deep, deep bend in your knees, send your tailbone up to the sky, and then gradually move your legs more straight. Press equally into your hands and down through your heels. Take a couple slow, deep breaths here in dog. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Make sure your neck is loose. Yes and no. Shake your head yes and no. And then bend your knees. Walk your feet up to your hands. Come into Uttanasana, standing forward bend. So bend your knees as much or as little as you want to. You can take hold of opposite elbows. Rest your fingertips on the floor. Anything you want here. Just release your low back. So let the weight of your upper body lengthen out your spine. And then inhale, bring your hands to your shins and come up halfway. Ardha Uttanasana, half forward bend. Exhale, fold down again. And then on your next inhale, come all the way up. Reach your hands toward the ceiling. And exhale, palms together down to your heart space. And make your way into mountain pose. So build from the foundation, from your feet up. Balancing everything, aligning everything. You know how to do it. Shoulders down from your ears. Pada Bandha, you're pressing into the four corners of your feet. Hasta Bandha, fingers are spread. Close your eyes. And when you have the alignment, just release as much energy as you can. So you're aligned, grounded, but using only the effort you need to stay right here. And then come back to your breath. Come back. You can even come back to the belly breaths that we started with. We're going to take 10 slow, deep breaths. Inhale, lengthens you up. Exhale, releases. Perhaps you can just let your shoulder blades come together, chest open, just naturally by itself. Body might be swaying a little bit. That's perfectly natural. And then gently let your eyes open. And we'll do a few half sun salutations. So inhale, arms up, reach up, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, set your hips back into chair. Arms come up to frame your ears. Exhale, arms go straight back behind you, shoulder blades together. Inhale, arms forward and come up. Exhale, around to Anjali Mudra. Two more, just like that. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hips back, chair. Exhale, arms back. Inhale up. Arms around. Do one more, moving with your own breath. Back to mountain. You can keep your hands at your chest, Anjali Mudra, or bring them down. Just take 3 breaths here. Feel the energy. And then bring your hips, your feet about, actually I think we'll do the balance first. So stand in mountain, feet can be a little bit apart, and get your gaze point. So we're going to do a moving balance and then hold at the end. So just actually start, no, you can start at the front edge of your mat, that's fine. So get your gaze point, something that you're looking at that's not moving. You can have your hands on your hips or out to the side, whatever you want. So you're going to inhale and step your right foot back. Bring your left foot up, left knee up. And then the next inhale, you're going to step your left foot back, bring your right knee up. And one more time, right foot back, left knee up, and then we'll go the other way. So this time left foot goes forward, right knee comes up. Right foot goes forward, left knee goes up. I don't think it matters actually whether you inhale or exhale on a movement. So do one more time backwards, back, opposite leg up, back, opposite leg up, up. And this time hold with your left leg up. You can circle your ankle, do any arm movements you want. So just a one-legged balance. You're rooting down through your right foot. Make sure that your right hip isn't jutting out, so keep the muscles strong on the outside of your right thigh. Then step forward with your left foot and bring your right knee up to hold the balance. Doing anything you want. Challenging balance, you can change your gaze to move up and down. You can bring a twist into it. You can close your eyes. That's perhaps the most challenging. And then let your right foot come down and just take some twists. Shake out any tension you've built up there. Come back to the front edge of your mat. Make sure your feet are hip width apart. Pivot on your right heel so your right toes come out toward the corner of the mat, and take a big step back. We're moving into Warrior One. So closed hip pose. So you want your hip points to face the front. So consciously bring that right hip forward. Inwardly rotate your thighs, your right thigh. And take a bend in your left knee to bring the knee right over your ankle. So take a few seconds to just make sure you have the right stance, distance between your legs, so the ankle is right over the knee. Shoulders are squared to the front edge of the mat, as are your hips. And we're going to inhale, bring your arms up as we were before into gold pose. Exhale, bring your right arm under your left, eagle arms. Again, you can hold your shoulders or you can take the bind with your palms together. And lift your elbows up. Try to get your elbows up where your shoulders are. Move your hands away from your face. And so take 3 to 5 breaths in Warrior One with eagle arms. So you've got your foundation. Come to your breath. See if you can maybe move a little deeper on the exhale. Most important though is being able to keep that slow, deep, even breath. If your breath becomes erratic, you need to back off a little bit. And then unwrap your arms, step your right foot forward, Just do a little hula with your hips in one direction, another. Swim backwards, backstroke your arms to get the shoulders worked out. And then come back to your mountain, feet hip width. Turn your left toes out, step back with your left foot. So warrior one on the other side. Make sure you're pressing down evenly into both feet. The back leg is internally rotating as if you're trying to bring your thighs together. Right knee over right ankle. Make sure you can see your big toe. Once you've got the foundation, inhale your arms up to goalpost. And then exhale, bring your left arm under your right. And set up for warrior one with eagle arms on this side. Follow your breath. Use just the right amount of energy. Okay, then unwind your arms. Step your foot forward and shake anything out that's feels tight after that. And we're gonna come down to our backs. So inhale, arms go up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back into downward facing dog. Do a little movement here if that feels good. And then inhale, come to all fours. Bring your feet out to the side. And lower yourself down onto your back. Have your blocks. We're going to need both blocks pretty soon. So have those up near where your head is. And just start with your feet on the mat, knees bent. Engage your core strongly and just roll down slowly as you can onto your back. Bring your arms out shoulder height, palms up, knees are bent, feet near your hips, and just do a few rounds of windshield wipe. So inhale center, exhale belly in, knees to one side. Inhale center, exhale knees to the other side. Your choice whether you want your feet close together, far apart, edge of the mat, or even off the mat. It's a little more core. So find the level that's right for you today, right now. And if you want to move your head, that's your choice as well. Gaze with the knees, opposite the knees, or just staying right in neutral. And the next time your knees go to the side, just pause here in the twist. Inhale right into the stretch. Exhale, release somewhere. Consciously just see if you can feel a softening, a release. Let gravity push your knees, legs down, top leg down. You don't make it happen, you let it happen. And then inhale back to center, exhale knees to the other side, and hold that twist here for a few breaths. Notice differences between your sides. There always will be there. And then bring your knees back to center, and we're going to set the blocks up for supported fish pose. So I'm bringing in the lake nature here, fish, and also eagle. We have an eagle, so this is the fish part, but it's also a chest opener. So 2 blocks, you want to put or books or whatever, one at the end of your mat on the tall, so it's tallest height, and then 6 to 8 inches in front. The second block is at its medium height, so in the front, and then you're going to sit about, I don't know, 6 inches in front. What you want to do is put your shoulder blades over the first block, the lower block, so your shoulders drape over the sides, and then your head goes on, the back of your head is on the tall block. Oh gosh, that feels so good. So adjust your blocks. If it doesn't feel good, make any adjustment to get to where it feels good. You can keep your knees bent, or you can straighten your legs out, and we're going to stay here for a couple minutes. So get comfy. So this is a passive back bend. Just allowing your chest to just open. Stretching the muscles in the front of your shoulders. You shouldn't feel a strain on the back of your neck. Come back to your breath. So this is a restorative pose. Can be. Very little effort. Could be a Shavasana pose. In this kind of a pose, bring your gaze to that space between your eyebrows, the third eye. Okay, now we're moving into Shavasana. If you want to stay here, you can. Otherwise, take your weight onto your elbows and lift yourself off the blocks and come into your Shavasana for today. So symmetrical, effortless, comfortable. Aware of everything, attaching to nothing. Gently bring your awareness back to the space. But we're going to stay here and do a pranayama practice. So just stay where you are, relaxed, and we're going to do a calming breath, a healthy breath. Just practice it for a little bit. So begin by totally emptying your lungs. So breathe out completely. And then inhale to a count of 4, belly breath. When you come to the end of your inhale, pause, total stillness, count of 4. And then exhale to a count of 8. So your exhale is twice as long. Then you move right into a 4 inhale, 4 pause, and then 8 exhale. Just try that for a little bit. If you want to try the Ujjayi breath where you narrow your glottis, that can help to control the exhale, slow it down, but do what's comfortable for you. Next time you complete a round, so the next time you come to the end of an exhale, just let go of the practice and begin to bring some movement into your body, moving your fingers, your toes, and eventually bending your knees, coming over onto your side body. Taking a few breaths inside child's pose, just seeing where you are now, noticing the sensations in your body, noticing emotions, noticing your mind, your thoughts. And then use your arms to bring yourself up into a comfortable seat, keeping your eyes closed, and sit with a tall, straight spine. And bring your hands, palms together, thumbs at your sternum, your heart space, and bow gently. Bow gently to your efforts today, the time you've taken just for yourself to get to know yourself and your body better, inside and out, and the time you've taken to stretch your chest and breathe in healthy ways. And I thank you all so much for sharing yoga remotely, and the light in me bows to and honors the very same light in each of you. Namaste. Go out, be well, and I'll see you next week. Bye.